Hey, Bayek, it's me, Ian, and in today's episode, well, I'm continuing my look at the first season of The X-Files, and this is actually the season finale. Yes, so this is episode 24, the Erlenmeyer Flask, and this is a really great ending to this season. It really is. It's a wonderful episode. It's one of the best, definitely. Now, previously we had Roland, and the next episode will be Little Green Men, but this will be the second season. Yes. Right, so this was transmitted on the 13th of May, 1994 on the Fox network. And on the 9th of March, 1995 in the UK, it was transmitted on BBC Two. Yes. Now, this is written by Chris Carter. I suppose it's kind of fitting that he would write this season finale because it brings so many things together that has been happening and then leaving lots and lots of questions, as a good season finale would. Now, it's directed by R.W. Goodwin, who directs in season 2 Warm Breath and Anasazi. And then season 3, he directs The Blessing Way and Talitha Kumi. Probably just sound wrong, don't know how to pronounce them, but that's how they're pronounced. And then on season 4, it's Herrenvolk and Gethsemane, and season 5, Redux and The End. Yes. Now, it's interesting that a lot of them are linked with the show's mythology. They're all quite important episodes in the whole X-Files history. So there we are, as this one is, yes. So, as you can gather, then, this is a conspiracy episode. It's not a Monster of the Week episode at all. It is also the last appearance of Jerry Hardin as Deep Throat. So that's an important part as well of this story. So let's get into the cast. We've got David Duchovny, who plays Fox Mulder. We've got Gillian Anderson playing Dana Scully. And we've got Jerry Hardin playing Deep Throat. And we've got William B. Davis as the Smoking Man. So let's get into the rest of the cast. We have got Lindsay Ginter, who plays the Crew Cut Man. Notable films that he was in were Beverly Hills Cop 3, 1994, Pearl Harbor, 2001, and Argo, yes, 2012. Also Hitchcock in 2012. And then a lot of TV series and TV films. So they're pretty good cinema films to have been involved in. Then we've got Anne DeSalvo, who plays Dr. Anne Carpenter. Notable films here: Stardust Memories, 1980, which is a Woody Allen film, I know, a very good one as well. Arthur, yes, Arthur, 1981, Dudley Moore. And then we've got Taking Care of Business in 1990, which was the very first screenplay written by J.J. Abrams. And then she's just in lots of TV series and TV films. Another great actress, definitely. And then we've got Simon Webb playing Dr. William Sikar, or Sikari, whatever you want to say. His really only notable film cinema release is Happy Gilmore, 1996. And the rest is TV series and lots of TV films. So it is in that. One thing I should just mention again, because I think it deserves it, is the music is by Mark Snow. That distinctive theme now that we all recognise and love, as well as very much part of each episode with the music there. Absolutely, I thought it's time that we gave it a really good mention throughout the series, because that music now is iconic. You hear it, you know straight away it's the X-Files. And of course, as the popularity increased, the theme tune was released as a single and was a hit. Yes, it sold quite a lot and did well in the charts. Yeah, as I remember. I don't know where it got in charts, but I know it did well. It did well, as it would do. So, anyhow, I've gone off there a bit, but let's talk about what this actual is about. So, through Deep Throat's tip-offs, Mulder and Scully discover that there is evidence of a secret government experimentation with alien DNA. Now, the implications, of course, of this are massive, and it's what they've been trying to look for and find. And with Deep Throat, they're still not sure about it. They still, is he playing games with them? Is he feeding them? Or is he really putting them in the right direction? Now, as they get all this evidence collected together, they begin to realize that around them, people who have been involved in all this have been targeted and eliminated. Yes, it's getting very, very serious now. And who is doing all this? Well, they are basically some secret, clandestine organization, which are obviously deep outside the government, if you want to put it like that, or deep inside the government, because they are a law unto themselves, but have a quite plain agenda that this hasn't to be exposed or uncovered at all. So you've got the forces of Mulder and Scully, of the X-Files and the FBI, and trying to uncover it and discover the truth, because as we always been told throughout this series, the truth is out there. But it's not easy. You would think that being part of the FBI, they would be able to have some real weight and behind and support in what they do. But sometimes it's almost because they've been shoved and classified with the X-Files that they're very much on their own, and they can't really trust anybody. Who can they trust? The one who's feeding them, they can't trust him. And of course, all these questions have been brought together very much throughout this episode. And of course, the climax is quite shocking in many ways, but you kind of understand why this has happened because everything's been pointing that way, particularly in this episode. So, Deep Throat is effectively eliminated, is fatally shot, and the pressure has become so much that the X-Files has now been shut down. Those are the last words that they've been they've just been shut down, totally shut down now. And Mulder's message is very, very telling. The last thing about trust no one. And that is what the brilliant X-Files has done as a whole series. We've got these kind of images now about those phrases. They've become, in fact, part of the culture. They've had such an impact. This is how good this X-Files as a TV series has become. It's spread out into popular culture. It really has. And so this episode, in many ways, continues what we saw in the pilot. It kind of brings full circle in the pilot episode where we saw the smoking man. And he was there in the Pentagon. And in the Pentagon, there's this big area which is full of evidence and alien artifacts. And they're all there. So it's quite clear that there is some kind of collusion going on here, that there is aliens. That is what it's saying, and this is wonderful way it is all put this together. And of course, to prove all this, the X-Files is now being shut down. They can't. How are they going to prove it anymore? And why were they allowed to participate in this? And now they've been stopped. Why were they allowed to participate? But one thing they've underestimated throughout this is that Mulder is a very determined man, and this is not going to stop him because of what happened with the abduction of his sister. And of course, Scully, she is seen everything and now believes totally. I think she's still going to be the skeptical voice of the series to some extent, and we get that, but she has seen things that she can no longer just pretend or hide away from. They are there. Science and her reason has been questioned very much, and she has seen it. And this is what's brilliant. So what we are getting now, we're going to get throughout the whole of the X-Files, is various themes running through it. So we're going to get about genetic experiments, alien human hybrids, toxic alien blood, yes, alien fetuses, yes, they pop up quite a bit throughout the series. And of course, deadly assassins, yes, there's lots of them around, these organizations. And of course, this is all linked with government conspiracies. So this is a big theme that is going to continue. But of course, it's such a great series that we're going to still get those standalone episodes as well. And though the X-Files looks like it's finished, well, we'll see. But in many ways, they had to do this because they had to separate the two detectives, because Gillian Anderson was pregnant and she's going to have a baby. So this has to go into the second season, as we will see. Yes, I've given you a clue there. Yes, Oh, we're going to go right on into the second season. I can't wait to get in there and start talking about it and watching. It's exciting. I've loved doing this. And I'm so excited. This is one of the great TV series there's ever been. It really is. You know, as I mentioned, my passions have been original classic Doctor Who and the best of the Star Trek, particularly the original series and the Next Generation. These were great TV series, and the X-Files now is very much in my mind, as one of those great TV series. Yes, it is. So, before I go, we'll just, for the very last time on this one, we will look. Here it is, the small box set with all 24 episodes inside the big box set. And we're going to go on to the next season. The second one, yes, that's going to happen. Yes, it's next episode in my series. It will be the second series. Yes. Anyhow, I've gone on there a bit, haven't I? And I just get excited thinking about it, really. So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and we'll let you know when I put out these reviews. And have a look in the playlist. You can see all that I have done of the X-Files, but I do loads more. I do lots of films and TV shows and some music and all that kind of thing. And if you like this particular video, please give this a like, because it gets it out onto YouTube, so hopefully other people can see this and they might enjoy it and they might not do. And if you've got any comments, please put your comments down. I love to read your comments. I really do. And I'll always answer your comments. And buy it costs out. You can't say further than that, can they? Buy it, you can't. So all I've got to say is, I'll see thee again.